Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. More questions than answers. So, what about the authortube journey? Why did I start my authortube? That would be because I had a nomad channel before. Ta-da! my my RV. Then I started putting writing stuff on it. All that threw the algorithm off big time. But because there was so much travel on it, I decided, okay, we need to start fresh. And that's why I started the authortube. Let me learn to read. What are you most excited about for this channel? Sharing my journey. So this weekend, I met a lot of people that are just beginning their journey. And there was a lot of questions. How do you get your ideas to flow? I got halfway through my story and I don't know where it's going. Well, you probably didn't plot it. But hey, this girl, she's not going to talk to you about you have to plot. I'm a pantser. So when these young women and young man came up to me and said, I'm in the middle and it's not going anywhere. I have been there. I know. And here's a tip, if you type all of your stories out, when you get to that point where you don't know what corner you wrote yourself into, grab a pen or a pencil and start handing it. Write it in longhand. It's going to use a different area of your brain. So I'm most excited that I can share with new writers different tips, tricks that I've learned for myself as a pantser. What might work for you? What might work for you? I am ADHD. I raised 4 girls. 3 are probably diagnosed ADHD. My youngest, not as much. Not compared to the other 3. So I can help you there. How did I find out about authortube? I think just cruising the channels. I wasn't aware of authortube when I was focusing on travel. But yeah, it was, when I was looking up things to help me with my own writing. And it was like, oh, authortube 201 or 2.0. But anyway, authortube 2.0. So that led me to look, well, what's authortube 1.0? And, well, it was at the beginning. Let's see, a little bit about my books. What is the most surprising thing you learned while writing your books? When you write something that happened to you in real life, you get to change whatever you want when you're writing in this fiction. Do any of my books come from my own childhood? Let's just say I write what I know. Not only my childhood, but also my young adulthood. I don't write much past things happening to me after the age of 45. I've got plenty of stuff to explore, before 45 hit. How did I find my niche as an author? I'm going to say that came from being able to put everything into the written word, putting my experiences into the written word, and writing what I know into the written word. That's how I found my niche. So you got to start writing first, and then you'll find your niche. How important are book reviews? Think about it. When you go to read a book, do you read the reviews, or do you only read the back blurb? Okay, I read the back blurb, and then I go down and I read probably the first 3 reviews, because those are the most recent. And then I read all of the 1-star and all the 3-star. Let me just tell you, if someone's complaining because there's too much spice, I'm going to read the book. If someone's complaining about bad grammar, that's different. That tells me that it might have a really good story, but I'm going to have to slog through the fact that it needs an editor. My biggest challenge as an author was finding the right editor for my work. Yeah, because I write supernatural from my own point of view, my ghostly encounters. Not everybody wants to read that with it running around in the back of their head. Oh, this could be real. So finding the right editor, that was my biggest challenge, and my most satisfying challenge was when I found the right editor. What questions would you ask your favorite authortubers? How hard was it to become consistent on authortube? Consistency, that's a problem with me across the board. Not only with YouTube, but with TikTok, with Facebook. Definitely with Facebook. I dread getting on there because of the doom scrolling and the doomsday and all that. Consistency. Fun things that I want to bring to authortube. Hopefully you guys will just find me quirky enough to follow. I don't know if what I have to offer you, YouTube or authortube, is quirky enough or enlightening enough. So I just hope you find me quirky enough to follow.